What's going on, guys? Welcome to another Madden Ultimate Team head-to-head online season gameplay. And I'm not really going to focus much on the gameplay, and you'll see why when the video is actually coming to an end, and I'll focus on that when that time arrives. But if you enjoy the video, shatter the like button for me. It really helps me out a lot. And what I want to talk about is the fantasy cards in Madden Ultimate Team. I'll go ahead and explain it how it was last year as opposed to this year, for those of you that maybe just now picked up Madden 25 and are new to Ultimate Team. So in Madden 13 we had 2 sets of fantasy cards last year every single week. We had 2 sets of fantasy card collections last year every single week as well. And I really like the fantasy card system that we had last season, because it actually gave us a reason to jump on Madden and open packs. And I'm going to get into this very shortly. I just want to go ahead and explain it to those of you, like I said, who may not have played. You had 2 different collections and all the fantasy cards would go in them. Of course, you could play solo challenges and get another fantasy card that was not in packs, and that was always nice to do. And of course, you could do the hero card, which was typically the top performer of the week. They would get a hero card, and that was also, you know, one of the most sought out cards every week in fantasy card wise. And it just gave everyone something to do. It rewarded us for doing it. We got coins for doing collections, we got fantasy cards for doing the solo challenges, and like I said, for doing the collections we would also get a key pack, which actually proved to be very nice at sometimes. So, I want to know your opinions on how you feel about the fantasy cards this year in Madden Ultimate Team. This year, it seems like, as of right now it could change, but as of right now, it seems like there is no point at all in having fantasy cards. I mean, it's just another regular basic card with a red border around it, and it has a chemistry. So how is that different from other cards in the game? I mean, it's really not. And what I'm pushing for here, I'm not complaining, I just want to get opinions. I'm giving you mine right now. What I'm pushing for is we need collections in Ultimate Team for these fantasy cards. It gives us something to look forward to every week, and it gives meaning to the fantasy cards. Like, I love the fantasy cards this year, don't get me wrong, and I understand that they are very expensive. You know, Reggie Bush right now is like 400k, Anquan Bolden's like 400k. I understand that, but if you're only going to have one collection for one fantasy card, then why are you dropping 8 or 9, 10 of them in packs, whatever the number was? You know, to me it just seems like they're irrelevant to this point. Aside, of course, from Anquan Bolden, like I've said, he has a collection for a boosted card, I understand that. I can't really compare that as to being like the hero card from last year, because as we all know, last year, if we're going hero card wise, then of course, hands down, Peyton Manning would have got the extra fantasy card this week for that collection. So, I don't know. I just want thoughts and opinions from the Madden community there. How do you feel about the fantasy cards this year? Do they have meaning? And, you know, of course they have meaning, but only if your team has the chemistry that that specific fantasy card has that you pull out of a pack. If you pull a Reggie Bush card and you don't have that chemistry set for your team, then what do? You really can't put it on your team if you don't have the chemistry and don't need the card. So I just want to know what you guys feel about the whole fantasy card system this year, and do we need collections? And I'm going to go ahead and I slowed the video down, of course, to show you guys the stats why I wanted to do this video. Held him to 25 passing yards and 20 rushing yards. And I'm actually just going to go ahead and extend the video a little bit more. I just wanted to go ahead and upload the video there, just to show you guys, you know, how little of yardage I held the opponent to. But yeah, guys, we're wrapping it up. And I just wanted to see how you feel about the fantasy cards in Madden Ultimate Team this year. Like I said, I'm not complaining. I want to get a better understanding of why they're in the game. So if you can point that out to me, of course, aside from the obvious reason, you know, you can put it on your team and whatever with the chemistry. So I don't know there. Maybe they'll change, maybe they won't. But to me, and in closing, guys, to me, fantasy cards would actually mean more to everyone in the Madden Ultimate Team community if we had collections and they actually gave meaning to getting on Ultimate Team and opening packs. That's just my thoughts, and it's just something to think about. Leave me your thoughts and opinions below, and until next time, guys, Roll Tide. You know, the fantasy cards came out, you could do solo challenges, do collections. I don't know what they're going to do with these cards right now.